Good evening, everyone repping USA, Canada, worldwide, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, creator, host with the most, misunderstood lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And you're rocking with and hanging with Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, episode 182. Yes, the 182nd episode in the making right here. Live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube and alongside myself is the Instagram live feed. So make sure you turn on your notifications on the gram so you could know when each episode is going to be dropping. And of course, a little quick reminder, each episode is going to be dropping Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All right. And I do apologize for the delay of the episode. Even though I had a little had to watch a Mets game, so you know what I'm saying. So I figured I'd just give this to you right now so I could have something to post for tomorrow, and I'll do the same with the future episodes. So let's get into it. If you are new to the YouTube universe and you miss any new and previous episodes whatsoever, don't worry, I got you back. And by all means, go to the YouTube channel, G Money Stacks 555, and grab that subscribe button for me and tap that noni bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream, alongside with the time of the recording. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes, with the topics that's being discussed. More video content, upcoming episodes and previous episodes, and of course, share these episodes, share the videos, and of course, make sure you catch up by streaming and listening to every episode on every streaming platform. And of course, YouTube right here, where you see all the New York podcast episodes on there. In case you missed it, everything's uploaded to the YouTube channel page. So feel free to do some catching up while I post these new episodes right here. And now, without further ado, I'd like to get into a little mental health check-in before I even get to the New York Mass Transit files in the metropolitan area of New York. So here we go. Yes. And as far as how I'm doing mentally, physically, and spiritually, you ask. Overall, I am doing all right. I'm still soaking in the 1 year anniversary of my other platform, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast review show. And of course, like I said, I have another 1 year anniversary that's coming up, which is next week. Basically, it's my sports podcast that just debuted last year, and for the most part, I can't wait for a month from here to actually celebrate the 2 year anniversary of my New York podcast, actually, and yeah, it's in November, so stay tuned for that one right there. And you know, all I did was work this past Saturday. I didn't really do too much though, but you know, I try my best to actually, you know, come up with more new topics for upcoming future episodes for you folks out there that's actually listening and watching and streaming on every streaming service. So, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I do take a little bit of a breather, of a break, but that doesn't mean I'm going cold turkey. That doesn't mean I'm going cold fucking turkey. I'm putting in all the work, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how I'm doing. I'm on my grind, so you know what I mean? And whether certain people like it or not, and they try to hate me for it, I don't really give a shit at this moment. I really don't, man. You know what I mean? So yeah. So mentally, physically, and spiritually, overall, I ain't doing well. Trying to be a little stress free, but it's a bit of a challenge. So yeah, there you have it right there. Um, all right, now we can go to the metropolitan areas of the New York Mass Transit files. Here we go. We got two idiot arsonists who lit some of these nice buses on fire. Now, now here's what's happening for you folks out there that's living in Long Island right now. So listen to this. In a case of suspected arson, Nassau County Police and firefighters from both Montauk and Belmore rushed out to a back lot in Seaford last weekend to find several Nassau Inner-County express buses were on fire. The fire was reported just after 6 p.m. on Saturday at Cedar Creek Park, 3340 Merrick Road. Are you nuts? Why would you do that? See, this is the type of thing that I hate with some of these idiots though, man. And it really baffles me for me to hear that they would do some shit like that and what's going on in their minds, but I don't really have the time to digest this whole shit. So anyway, let me continue this shit. Um One firefighter suffered a minor injury to his finger but refused medical treatment. The fire is believed to have started by two unidentified men who were white and estimated to be around 5'9" and 155 pounds. This is nuts, man. I don't understand why people would do this though, and that's just it's terrible. And I'm like, it's just terrible, man. Like this is just crazy though. Um, yeah. So this is just crazy. But if you have any information regarding the fire, police urge you to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-244-8477. All right. In other transit related news, we need to talk about here is the what else we need to talk about here? Hold on a minute here. All right, hang on. So we have a wait a minute here. Right, right. I forgot about something. Um, forgot about something. Hang on 1 second. You know what? I'm gonna just go with the thing right here. I'm just go with this. Yes, another transit related news. What we have here is a Hudson Rail tunnel project being delayed until 2038. The mega project to build a new commuter rail tunnel beneath the Hudson River and rehabilitate century-old tubes ravaged by Superstorm Sandy. Actually, it's Hurricane Sandy for your information. I don't know why you would actually call it a superstorm. It's not really a superstorm if you really want to get technical. I don't know why, but I digress from that shit though. And let me say what's up to the people in the Instagram live feed right here, real quick. Simply gorgeous underscore 1990, aka Melissa. What's up with you, man? How you feeling? And Jackson McGuire. Oh wow. Thank you for joining and all that other stuff. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Who the hell wants to be on here? Hang on a second here. Who wants to be on here? I just saw something. Who's this? Jackson McGuire, huh? Who's this? All right, hold on. One second. Hold on 1 second. Um, hold on. Okay, obviously, this person wanted to go live with me, but I'm not sure what's going on here. But give me a sec here. um. Anyway, man, let me just continue where I left off here, man. I'm not sure what's going on here, but let me just continue where I left off here. Um. All right, so let me see. Yes, the mega project to build a new commuter rail tunnel beneath the Hudson River and rehabilitate century-old tubes ravaged by Superstorm Sandy. Actually, it's Hurricane Sandy will take 3 years longer and could cost $2 billion more than previously planned. Officials from New York and New Jersey said. The cost of the Hudson Tunnel project ballooned to $16.1 billion from $14.1 billion, and its completion date is set for 2038 instead of 2035. According to a Wednesday evening release by the Gateway Development Commission, the GDC is the bi-state public authority charged with overseeing the Gateway program to upgrade train infrastructure, between the two states along the busiest section of Amtrak's Northeast Corridor, the most heavily used passenger rail line in the country. The tunnel sits at the center of the program and includes construction of a new 2.4-mile two-track set of tubes from the Garden State to Penn Station by 2035, after which officials will renovate the existing 112-year-old decaying tunnel, also housing two tracks over 3 years. Amtrak owns the 1910 North River Tunnel and shares the rails with New Jersey Transit. Both railroads run about 425 trains carrying 200,000 passengers every weekday. The storm damage to its electrical and mechanical infrastructure can cause signal malfunctions and disable trains, and one of the two tubes going out of action would result in 75% service cuts during peak hours. The federal government is set to pay for half of the project, while the remainder um, will be covered by both states and the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Major construction on the new tubes will start in the fall of 2024, which is next year, instead of 2023. No, 2024 is a year away. My bad. So instead of 2023, under the new timeline. GDC officials blamed the price hike and delays on inflation, rising interest rates, the project's stagnation under former President Donald Trump, which a lot of people hate, and I'm one of those people who hate the guy, man. And adding more time for any unexpected snags. The cost and schedule for the Hudson Tunnel project must be based on the reality of the economic environment and consistent with the methodology and requirements for receiving federal funding. This is the work we have done here to be transparent and to provide the public and our partners with a new cost estimate and a roadmap to get full construction started, said Alicia Glenn, the GDC board's co-chair from New York. Governor Kathy Hochul hailed um, the announcement as a step forward for the project. End quote. When I took office, I vowed to get the Hudson Tunnel project not just on track, but over the finish line. And today marks an important step in moving this transformative project forward, Hochul said in a statement. We remain committed to making investments to deliver 21st century infrastructure worthy of New Yorkers. Authority officials hope to trim the higher costs back again by $1.7 billion with federal grants from President Joe Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law. Last summer, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer toured the decrepit tunnel with Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, and the politician said at the time the project was moving full speed ahead under the new White House administration, adding that he would work to move construction start up to 2022. A spokesperson for Schumer said the project remains on track. There is no doubt about it, despite the gratuitous and petty political delays delivered by former President Trump. The Gateway project is moving ahead, and Senator Schumer has secured billions to see it through, said Angelo Rofaro. Okay, let's see. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I don't leave anything out here. Wait, here we go. All right, so let me make sure I don't leave anything out here. So, okay. Oh, New Jersey. That's right, New Jersey. Let me get to that story. Let's get to that story. New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey. I forgot about that. New Jersey. Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. Okay. New Jersey. Wait, let me find it. Hold on. Let me find it. Okay, let me see. Let's see about New Jersey. Wait a minute, I saw it. I'm seeing it, but um okay, wait. Oh, here it is. All right, so New Jersey pushes negative alerts about congestion pricing. Oh boy. New Jersey road officials pushed negative messaging about New York's planned congestion pricing toll to enter Manhattan below 61st Street, prompting criticism from transit advocates who called it a fear-mongering disinformation campaign. The New Jersey Turnpike Authority and the local branch of the Easy Pass tolling service published alarmist notices encouraging drivers to give their 2 cents to New York's MTA as the agency collects feedback on recently released details of what the fee could look like. The Central District, the Central Business District tolling program, which would impose a congestion pricing fee in excess of $23 for entering Manhattan south of 59th Street, could significantly increase commuter costs, overburden our public transit systems, and cause congestion in North Jersey communities. Read a pop-up alert on the website of the Turnpike Authority. um, the authority um, operates the New Jersey Turnpike and the Garden State Parkway and is controlled by Governor Phil Murphy, who appoints most of the members of its board and picks its chairperson. A near identical update appeared on the New Jersey Easy Pass webpage, the only difference being that it started with Dear Driver, and the company apparently sent out texts to account holders, warning them that the scheme would increase cost and congestion for area motorists. And of course, it's gonna say, yeah, I already said, yeah. Um, so Dear Driver, the Central Business District tolling program, um, the Central Business District tolling program, which would impose a congestion pricing fee in excess of $23 for entering Manhattan south of 59th Street, could significantly increase commuter costs, overburden our public systems, and cause congestion in New Jersey communities. Yeah, anyway, so that's already happened already. The MTA also works with Easy Pass through the Bridges and Tunnels division. On the company's New York site, a notice on congestion pricing is more in line with the MTA's own description of the program, noting its benefits of less traffic and better funded mass transit. The company's New Jersey branch did not respond to requests for comment by the press time, and the MTA declined to comment too. So, and a transportation advocate slammed the messages from across the Hudson River as misleading. This sounds to me like a disinformation campaign that doesn't benefit New Jersey drivers, said Lisa Daglian, the executive director of the MTA's in-house rider advocacy group, the Permanent Citizens Advisory Committee. It's pure and simple fear mongering. Notifications came as the MTA has started hosting a half dozen marathon virtual public hearings about the congestion fee, starting last Thursday through this Wednesday. Ride hail company Uber has also sent out an email to its customers asking them to urge MTA to exempt their rides from the toll, the Daily News reported. Hundreds of people have given their take on the project, which aims to cut congestion in Manhattan's busiest areas and use the revenue to fund upgrades to the MTA's decaying mass transit infrastructure. The toll could be anywhere from between $9 to $23 during peak travel periods to enter the zone, according to seven scenarios the MTA studied in a lengthy um, environmental assessment released on August 10th. The tolling zone begins south of 61st Street, not 59th as the Jersey statements claim, and it excludes the West Side Highway and FDR Drive. More exemptions and discounts lead to higher base tolls, so the agency can still generate $1 billion in revenue it requires to fix its subways and buses. Two scenarios would allow drivers coming from New Jersey via the tolled Holland and Lincoln tunnels to credit that charge, which is $13.75 during peak hours for Easy Pass holders and $11.75 off peak hours against um, the congestion fee, but the toll for others would rise rise to $23, and there will be fewer decreases in traffic on those routes, according to the assessment. Transit officials estimate there could be slight traffic increases of less than 0.2% in northern New Jersey, mostly in Bergen and Middlesex counties due to drivers rerouting to the George Washington Bridge uptown and the outer bridge crossing to Staten Island for through trips avoiding the new toll. A whopping 90% of pre-slandemic trips from New Jersey into the central business district during the morning rush were via transit, including buses, PATH trains, New Jersey Transit, and ferries, according to the study. While the New Jersey statements warn of overburdening our public transit systems, trips to the congestion zone would only increase between 1.4 to 3.8% from across the river, the study claims. When asked by reporters Monday whether the easy pass messages were New Jersey's official position, Murphy said that the transit across the Hudson wasn't good enough to lure drivers out of their cars and cast blame on others for delays of projects like the Gateway Tunnel rail renovations and the new Port Authority bus terminal. Thanks to the inaction by administrations that came before us, we're not realistically in a position right now where you can easily take somebody off the road, convince them with new tunnels built or new bus terminals built that their alternative is compelling, Murphy said on August 29th. So maybe it's a good idea, but it's an idea whose time has not come, he added. Earlier this month, the governor said he and New Jerseyans loved the concept of congestion pricing, but vowed to oppose any plan that charged the state's drivers twice. While the governor focused on previous administrations and other levels of government failing to better the area's mass transit, he has lately been lambasted by local polls in his state for backing a $5 billion plan to widen the turnpike near the Holland Tunnel. Mass transit riders in New York have already suffered from the roaring return of interstate car travel as passenger vehicle volumes have come roaring back to pre-COVID levels and mass transit remains well below 2019 rates. MTA had to routinely cut short one of its bus routes near the Holland Tunnel's downtown Manhattan entrance due to gridlock traffic last year. Murphy doesn't have an official role in the project, but he recently threatened to obstruct the bi-state Port Authority's routine procedures, whose control is split between him and Governor Kathy Hochul if the Empire State moves ahead without a better deal for Jersey drivers. If we have to, we've got options, which I don't want to use, but we can use through the Port Authority, he told CBS News. It's a bi-state authority. All the minutes have to be approved by both governors. Very simple. A six-member panel known as the Traffic Mobility Review Board will come up with a final toll for the MTA to vote on, with 5 appointees by Hochul and 1 from Mayor Eric Adams. MTA Chief General Lever recently criticized New Jersey politicians opposing the plans, like longtime critic Representative Josh Guggenheimer. I haven't heard from the congressman from Bergen County with an offer to give New Yorkers a discount or credit on the Garden State Parkway. When they pay tolls to go to New Jersey, Lever said on WNYC's Brian Lehrer show on August 17th. Shouldn't, by this logic, they get a discount on the Garden State Parkway or the turnpike. Well, let's see. Um, let's see what else. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else we could talk about here? Okay. We can talk about. Hang on a second. All right, we got some crazy stuff to talk about here. Starting with the recent incident that happened. Hold on a second here. Now, before I even go to Coney Island and the incident that happened in Jamaica Queens, let's start with the two serious crazy stories with not only the Langley disease but the monkeypox disease in this segment right here called Chatting All the Jazz. Let's go. All right. Um Actually, let's start with this story. A baby boy was killed by a gang of monkeys who snatched him from his mom while she was breastfeeding him. The 1 month old was with his mom outside the family home in a village in Tanzania when the horror unfolded around 3 p.m., police said. um, Shaima said began screaming in terror as the monkeys made off with little Luhaba in Wamgongo village. Wow. And what is it? Kijoma Regional Police Commander James um Maniyama confirmed the details of the incident, reports the Citizen. The child was with his mother outside their house when a troop of monkeys invaded the house and took him, said the officer. Oh my gosh. She screamed for help, and villagers rushed to her house and to assist her in getting her child identified as Luhaba, said back from the troop of monkeys. Villagers managed to track down the monkeys and tried to free Luhaba from them during the June 18 horror incident. End quote. When the villagers came, it was too late because the baby was already in the hands of the monkeys. And when they tried to take him back by force, he got injured on the head and the neck, said Miniyama. Luhaba was eventually freed, but sadly died in the hospital while being treated for his injuries, the police commander added. He revealed that similar incidents were not uncommon in villages such as Wemgongo, which are close to Gobe National Park. While monkeys appear adorable, the creatures are known to harass, beat, rob, and even kidnap humans in broad daylight. Yeah. Yeah, I would not get a monkey as a fucking pet, man, folks. Don't get a monkey as a fucking pet, man. Believe me, that's not something you want to have. You know what I'm saying? Um, Earlier this year, horror footage emerged showing the moment a toddler was snatched by a monkey and dragged away by her hair as she played outside on her scooter. The unknowing young tot was left with scratches across her face after she was rescued from the vicious attack in China's Chongqing um, municipality on Tuesday. Video shows the monkey sneak up on the girl as she played in the streets, throwing her to the ground before attempting to drag her away. But fortunately, she was saved by the actions of a keen-eyed bystander who rescued the child from the clutches of the animal before it could take her any further. And last year, the Sun revealed the devastating aftermath of a horrific monkey attack that left a 2-month-year-old baby mutilated. The predator attacked when the baby was in the living room while his mother was in the kitchen. In Malaysia, the primates are known to patrol the streets of um, um, Kuala Lumpur in search of victims they can mug. The capital's population has skyrocketed in the last 30 years, leading to more monkeys in the street as their habitats are destroyed for housing. Whew. Speaking of screaming news, yeah, we gotta talk about the whole Langley disease aspect right here, man. Oh man. So we got another issue with another crazy thing. So a new animal virus that can affect people has been identified in eastern China, but scientists say they are not overly concerned because the virus doesn't seem to spread easily between people, nor is it fatal. Yeah, fucking right, man. The virus named Langya Heni, Henipa virus can cause respiratory symptoms such as fever, cough, and fatigue, and is closely related to two other Henipa viruses known to infect people, Hendra virus and Nipah virus. These also cause respiratory infections and can be fatal. Researchers think LAV is carried by shrews, which might have infected people directly or through an intermediate animal. The virus was described in the New England Journal of Medicine on the 4th of August. Researchers say LAV has infected only 35 people since 2018, and none of the cases seem to be linked. There is no particular need to worry about this, but ongoing surveillance is critical, says Edward Holmes, an evolutionary virologist um, at the University of Sydney in Australia. Regularly testing people and animals for emerging viruses is important to understand the risk of zoonotic diseases, those that can be transmitted from other animals to humans, he said. Large outbreaks of infectious disease typically take off after a lot of false starts, says Emily Gurley, an infectious diseases epidemiologist at Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland. If we are actively looking for those sparks, then we are in a much better position to stop or to find something earlier. Hospital surveillance. The research team that identified LAV did so while monitoring patients at 3 hospitals in the eastern Chinese province, provinces um, of Shandong and Hainan between April 2018 and August 2021. Participants were recruited into the study if they had a fever. The team sequenced the LAV genome from a throat swab taken from the first patient identified with the disease, a 53-year-old woman. Yeah, provinces is what I meant to say. Yes. Um, the virus was named after a town, a town called Langya in Shandong, where she was from, says co-author Linfa Wang, a virologist at Duke National University of Singapore Medical School in Singapore. Throughout the study period, the researchers found 35 people who were infected with LAV. mostly farmers with symptoms ranging from severe pneumonia to a cough. Most patients said in a questionnaire that they had been exposed to an animal within a month of their symptoms appearing. The Levi genome shows that the virus is most closely related to Mojang Hanipa hepa, Hanipa virus, which was first isolated in rats in an abandoned mine in the southern Chinese um, province of Yannan in 2012. Hanipa viruses belong to um the para wait hold on para the Paramyxoviridae family of viruses, which includes measles, mumps, and many respiratory viruses that infect people. Yeah, it's this is terrible, man. This is terrible, folks. This is not a fucking joke. Rational my fucking ass. Shit. Several other Hanipa viruses have been discovered in bats, rats, and shrews from Australia to South Korea and China, but only Hendra, Nipah, and now Levi are known to infect people. The researchers did not find strong evidence of Levi spreading between people. There were no clusters of cases in the same family within a short time span or in close geographical proximity. Of the 35 cases, not a single one is linked, says Wang. Gurley says that this is good news, but the study did retrospective contact tracing on only 15 family members of 9 infected individuals, which makes it difficult to determine how exactly the individuals were exposed. Still, she notes that she didn't see anything in the data to cause alarm from a slandemic threat perspective. Animal origin. To determine the potential animal origin of the virus, the researchers tested goats, dogs, pigs, and cattle living in the villages of infected patients for antibodies against LaV and took issue and urine samples from 25 species of wild small animals to look for the presence of LaV RNA. They found LaV antibodies in a handful of goats and dogs and identified LaV viral RNA in 27% of the 262 sampled shrews. This suggested that shrews are a reservoir for the virus, passing LaV between themselves and somehow infecting people here and there by chance, says Gurley. But it is not clear how people were infected in the first place, whether directly from shrews or an intermediate animal, says Gurley. A lot of research still needs to be done to work out how the virus is spreading in shrews and how people are getting infected, she says. Holmes says there is an urgent need for a global surveillance system to detect virus spillovers and rapidly communicate those results to avoid more slamdemics, such as the one sparked by COVID-19, which stands for Coronavirus Disease 2019. These sorts of zoonotic spillover events happen all the time, he says. The world needs to wake up. Yeah, I could agree. I could agree with this. Now we go to the monkeypox that I've been hearing about a lot lately. Um, all right. So, for those of you who may not know what monkeypox is a rare disease caused by infection with the monkeypox virus. Monkeypox virus is part of the same family of viruses as variola virus, the virus that causes smallpox. Monkeypox symptoms are similar to smallpox symptoms, but milder. And monkeypox is rarely fatal. Monkeypox is not related to chickenpox, which is different. Monkeypox was discovered in 1958 when two outbreaks of a pox-like disease occurred in colonies of monkeys kept for research. Despite being named monkeypox, the source of the disease remains unknown. However, African rodents and non-human primates like monkeys might harbor the virus and infect people. The first human case of monkeypox was recorded in 1970. Prior to the 2022 outbreak, monkeypox had been reported in people in several Central and Western African countries. Previously, almost all monkeypox cases in people outside of Africa were linked to international travel to countries where the disease commonly occurs or through imported animals. These cases occurred on multiple continents. Yeah, that's crazy, man. This is nuts, man. And I feel bad for these, and I feel bad for a lot of people who's actually it's actually afraid of this shit, man. That shit is not this. That's not something you could joke about, man. And speaking of not a joke, not a joke, one of the workers that one of the workers at my job, Big Lots Supermarket, told me about an incident that happened recently. Um, Told me recently about what went down on Jamaica Avenue. So let's get into what went down on Jamaica Avenue. All right. So, and I actually know Jamaica Avenue because I always go to the terminal to get the N24 and get the and back and forth. So here's what's going on here. So two teenagers were shot outside of a McDonald's in Jamaica on Wednesday afternoon, August 10th, according to authorities. Oh, jeez. Police received a call at about 2:39 p.m. regarding a 16-year-old male shot in the torso and a 17-year-old male shot in the torso, right arm, and right shoulder outside the McDonald's at 5901 Jamaica Avenue within the confines of the 103rd precinct. And of course, he also mentioned that someone got shot outside of a Old Navy that's also on Jamaica Avenue as well, which is crazy to me. Yeah, so the 16-year-old was taken to LIJ Hospital, and the 17-year-old was taken to New York Presbyterian Queens Hospital. Both are listed. Both are in stable condition. According to reports, the two teenagers are not cooperating with police, and no perpetrator has been described. Damn. Okay, this is wow. Listen, folks, I can't really I cannot be rational about this story right here, man. And I know Jamaica Avenue for years. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I use Jamaica Avenue to go by the Jamaica bus terminal to take the N24. And I always get off by the terminal off the N24 coming from work to go get the Q5 by Parsons and Archer. It is a fucking damn shame that we have to continue to be afraid. Look, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to live life in fear. It's not easy. And I'm not saying be stuck in the crib or whatever. That's not what I'm saying though. What I'm saying is like from like be careful out there, man. You know what I mean? And as far as like your surroundings, your environment of who you hang around with or whatever, because you never know when they might turn a blind eye switch on you, and then next thing you know, they end up doing some bad shit like this shooting right here. So this shit we do not need, man. And that to me is just beyond. That's just crazy to me, man. And that's some scary shit. Speaking of scary shit, Coney Island. Coney Island. Yes. Well, after sunrise Sunday, police were still canvassing the Coney Island boardwalk for evidence after a mass shooting on Saturday night left a man dead and 4 people wounded. Law enforcement sources said 2 unidentified males opened fire at about 11:57 p.m. on August 27 on the beach off the Regalman Boardwalk near West 29th Street. Officers from the 60th precinct in responding to a 911 call about multiple people shot located 5 victims and all wounded in the gun violence. The most seriously wounded victim, authorities said, was a 42-year-old man shot in the back. He died after being brought to NYU Langone Hospital, Brooklyn, for treatment. Police have withheld his identity pending family notification. Police reported that 4 other people were injured in the gunfire. A 49-year-old woman shot in the right leg, a 34-year-old woman wounded in the right foot, a 46-year-old man who took a bullet to his leg, and an unidentified man also struck in the left leg. My gosh, man. Oh my fucking gosh, man. They were also brought to NYU Langone Hospital, Brooklyn, for treatment and listed in stable condition, law enforcement sources said. Give me 1 second, folks. All right. It was the second mass shooting near the Coney Island Boardwalk this summer. Back on July 10th, 5 people were wounded when a suspect opened fire on a beach party near the boardwalk at West 21st Street. As for Saturday night's deadly shooting, police have yet to figure out a possible motive for the gunfire. It's not clear if any or all of the victims were deliberately targeted. Of course, no arrests have been made in the ongoing investigation, police said. So anyone with information regarding the incident can call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS. For Spanish, dial 1-888 57 PISTA. You can also submit tips online at crimestoppers.nypdonline.org or on Twitter at NYPD Tips. All calls and messages are kept confidential. Well, let's see. So let me see what else. And we got another incident that also happened in Queens. All right, so a woman was charged with murder Monday for allegedly fatally mowing down an innocent bystander with her car in Queens over the weekend, police and sources said. Kiani Phoenix, age 26, was also charged with attempted murder, assault, and reckless endangerment over the horrific Saturday morning hit and run in Far Rockaway that left Milton Storch, age 59, dead, cops said. Phoenix, who turned herself in early Monday, was allegedly targeting another woman when she mounted the sidewalk in a Honda sedan, but instead hit Storch, who was sitting on a walker outside the Beach 20th Street bodega, police said. Storch, who lived in the neighborhood, was left laying on the sidewalk while the driver sped off without stopping to check on him. Moments before getting behind the wheel, the crazed driver had gotten into a physical fight with the other woman, possibly over a love interest. Video of the incident encounter shows. Oh, jeez. EMS rushed Storch to St. John's Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. A man in his 30s was also taken to St. John's for minor injuries he received when the woman allegedly backed the car into him. Locals said the 59-year-old was a fixture on the block where he was killed. He didn't bother nobody. Every morning when I pass here, he's here. He sit down here, drink coffee, smoke cigarette, or hey Alberto Sinquis, age 53, said Saturday morning, wrong place, wrong time. You think? Well, some situations are wrong place in the wrong time, but yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you have to be aware of what's going on in your environment and, of course, where you actually are atmosphere wise. You know what I'm saying? So even though summertime is going to coming to a close, I decided to actually talk about this one right here in the episode titled Beach Fun in regards to National Beach Day, which was August 30th. So for those of you who may not know what National Beach Day is, I'm here to break this shit down to you. So, National Beach Day on August 30th celebrates all the sandy beaches across the nation. It also provides an opportunity to help keep those relaxing places clean so we can continue to enjoy them long in the future. So, hashtag National Beach Day. Whether we spend time on the beaches, oceanside, at a lake, or river, they provide recreational all summer long. Swimming, water sports, and sunbathing are just a few of the relaxing things that come to mind. We also enjoy playing frisbee, volleyball, which is one of the sports I actually played years ago, and long walks, floating along in the surf on a hot summer day with friends creates summer memories we remember for beach years to come. Sometimes just packing a few icy beverages and a good book is enough to make a beach day perfect. However, we are responsible for caring for the beach too. Not only should we pack out what we pack in, but it's necessary to follow the beach rules. Also, safety and fun go hand in hand. How to observe National Beach Day, you ask? When it comes to swimming at the beach, the American Red Cross provides excellent tips. So, number one, swim with a lifeguard present and only in designated areas. Number two, go with a buddy. Never swim alone. Yeah, Not too many people learn about this shit though after these shark attacks over the summer. Um, Number three, watch for currents, moving water, and riptides. These occur in oceans, lakes, and rivers. Number four, swim with your depth. Don't swim longer than you are physically capable of doing. Take swimming lessons. Number five. Number six, learn CPR. Organize a group to clean up your favorite beach. Since it's near the end of the season, your beach will appreciate it. Find out what the facility needs. Take up donations for supplies to keep the beach even cleaner next year. Donate garbage and recycling cans for your beach. Attend a seminar on water pollution and how to prevent it. Share pictures of your favorite beach while enjoying the last days of summer. Of course, use the hashtag National Beach Day to share on social media. So, National Beach Day history. In 1929, the Knights of Columbus out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, launched a National Beach Day as part of their convention plans. However, it never took root. Then in 2014, Colleen Page, pet and family lifestyle expert, created National Beach Day to celebrate beaches and the importance of keeping them clean. Of course, what are the best days to go to the beach? You ask. You mean besides National Beach Day? Well, the weekends are busiest, but if you enjoy people watching and well, people pick a Saturday or a Sunday. However, if you are looking for a less crowded time to go, visit the beach early on Friday. Why? Because for most vacationers, that's a travel day. Can you visit the beach in the off season? Yes, you can. It's an excellent way to have the beach to yourself, whether you visit a sunny location or travel to a resort town boardwalk. You can still take in some of the attractions and reap the benefits of the ocean side. Well, that's good to know. That's really good to know right here. Let's see. What else can we talk about here, man? Yeah, what else can we talk about here? Oh, so recently MF Meka. Oh shit. So there's been a controversy with this FN Meka voice happy shit. Um this is crazy, man. So the voice behind Capitol Records' very short live artificial intelligence rapper project is speaking out, and he's actually thankful the label treated the contract like toilet paper. The real life rapper Kyle the Hooligan hit Instagram hit the Instagram following Capitol's decision to end its FN Meka deal, and the says the Creators Factory new has Anthony Martini and Brendan Lee ghosted him after getting everything they needed to power the character, like the ability for it to use the N word. Oh wow. Anthony Martini. Kyle says Factory New approached him with the idea with promises of equity and percentages, but then went MIA on their culture vulture mission. He admitted to waiting for FN Meka to become a success before he could recoup massive damages, but says he'll happily settle for performing at his funeral instead. News of Mecca's signing went wide on Monday, but by Tuesday, the label backpedaled, apologizing to the black community for the obvious rapper stereotypes, gaudy jewelry, and glorifying prison life, but built into the character's appearance and lyrics. Kyle is calling the cancellation karma, as are several other notable figures in the music industry. And of course, course, the people from hold on a second. We spoke to hip hop super producer Hitmaker Wednesday on TMZ Live, and he blamed Capital's capitalistic mindset for letting FN Meka thrive. He added that if the label allowed its employees, particularly those of color, to speak up, it might not have this mess on its hands. So TMZ Hip Hop spoke to label insiders who blame Capital's lack of diversity at the executive level. Well, damn. Yeah. Obviously, that's the dumbest idea ever, though, man. Obviously, man. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because you're like, from when I watched that episode of TMZ Live, it's like you're basically. It's not even about. It's not even fucking about glorifying you know, certain things, certain lifestyles or whatever. It's not even about that. I think it's the dumbest idea that a record label like Capitol Records could actually do, and that's not fair to the people who started hip hop and all that other stuff, the creators and stuff, and for those who may not, and for that matter to actually happen, it shouldn't have presented itself by being the culture vulture of hip hop. I'm sorry. It's just crazy. I just find it crazy to just find it so fucking crazy right now, man. And I don't think I want to get into too much of this. Well, actually, there's more. Actually, there's more to this. There's more to this shit, though. Man, there's more to this shit, though. I forgot about that. Hold on a second here. The real human voice behind controversial AI rapper FN Meka has spoken out on his experience with the rapper's creators. Kyle the Hooligan. Oh shit. The rapper who allegedly voiced FN Meka said that the creators ghosted him while without any form of payment despite the AI landing record deals and reaching millions of followers across social media. I tried to keep it quiet. Because I was gonna wait until this shit blew up and then go after them. He said in an Instagram post last week, "Oh boy, they came to me with this AI shit, and I asked if I want to be the voice of it, and I thought it was gonna be some kind of collaboration. They promised me equity into the company, percentages, all this stuff." The controversial rapper, created by a white man, landed a record deal with Capitol Records earlier in August, making him the first AI rapper to sign with a major label. He was shortly dropped by Capitol for accusations of racial stereotyping, which included posting photos of the virtual artist being beaten by police and using the N word in his music. Next thing I know, nigga ghosted me. Use my voice, use my sound, use the culture, and literally just left me high and dry. Kyle the Hooligan told fans. I ain't get a dime off of nothing, and they got record deals, all this stuff. I wasn't involved in no meetings or none of that. None of that. Which is fucked up, he said. So I'm glad their ass got canceled because that's karma for their ass. In the video's caption, Kyle said that the creators used his voice and likeness, and culture and gained 10 million TikTok followers and a big record deal off of what I created. That's gotta suck though, man. That sucks though, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really blame him. And that's crazy to me, man. Only a white person would actually do some shit like that. But anyway, man, I'm not gonna get into too much of this shit though, man, because that's not what this podcast is, man. You know what I mean? So um so let's get into some Irv Gotti here. Let's see. So legendary actor DeAndre Bonds was recently hired by music executive and producer Irv Gotti for his new film Tales presents We Made It in America. The two have killed no, excuse me, the two have linked up in Georgia for work. It was back in April of last year when New York rapper 50 Cent and DeAndre got into a social media bicker. 50 Cent stated, "Every now and then I get a hater. Note to self, never give this nigga a job. Fuck out of here." Irv decided to not listen to 50 and give DeAndre a chance. 50 Cent is always beefing with everybody, man. God damn, man. He's fucking petty. Well, he's petty in certain situations, though, man. But, and speaking of petty, now, speaking of petty, let's continue here, man. So, Gotti's new film, We Made It in America, was produced and funded by himself. The film is to be released by January of 2023. Gotti's team started working on the project earlier this week. Besides the new film, DeAndre is getting himself prepared for Snowfall's the final Snowfall's sixth final season actually, in which he will return to the screen as Scully. DeAndre is also gathering up for his highly anticipated autobiography and cannabis line Stacy OG, which is set to release later this year. Oh Lord. I'm not even gonna get into the whole cannabis shit, man. I'm not a drug expert, okay? So that's not gonna happen. I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, and speaking of which, of course, we need to talk about Missy Elliot. And actually, before I even get to the part of her um being a guest on a cartoon show, Craig of the Creek, she has a name she has a street named after her. So I'm gonna get into that right off the bat. Got a name. Hold on a second here. She got a name after her in Virginia. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that right there, man. Um, yeah, we're gonna talk about that shit right there. Okay, so let me see. All right, so Missy Elliott, right? Let's get into it. Hold on. Hold on a second, man. Okay. Missy Elliott is getting a street named after her in her hometown. According to reports, Virginia's Portsmouth City Council unanimously voted to rename a portion of McLean Street to Missy Elliott Boulevard in honor of the Portsmouth native and to enhance the city's recently rezoned entertainment district. The street is home to the likes of the Victory Crossing Shopping Center, Tidewater Community College, and the upcoming Portsmouth Rivers Casino. End quote. I am forever grateful, the artist shared on Twitter. P-Town VA hashtag 757 love. She also celebrated the news on Instagram stories. Thank you. I am Aaron Carter for initiating me having a street name in my name in my hometown, Virginia. Thank you to the whole city council. The story continued. I have been blessed with many awards, but this hit different when it comes from home, and I am proud to be a hashtag 757 two up, two down country girl. No matter where I go across the globe, I am still P-Town all day, baby. I am so humbly grateful. God is good all the time. Elliot was born in Portsmouth and grew up in the Hodges Ferry community, where she went on to graduate from Woodrow Wilson High School, now named Manor High School, in 1990. The street renaming was proposed by the artist's family friend Aaron Carter, who explained during the city council meeting that the next generation can look to post no Port Portsmouth for inspiration too. We we don't do a good job recognizing our town, our own heroes. That's right here from Portsmouth. Carter shared. Growing up, I learned that this same girl, Elliot, who's received all these awards, performed at the White House. She grew up right here in our city of Portsmouth. Children shouldn't have to look to another city to see greatness because greatness resides in Portsmouth. Interesting, man. Okay, so let me make some noise. Let's make some noise for Missy Elliott, man. All right. In other Missy Elliott news, she is a guest for a cartoon series that's on Cartoon Network called Craig of the Creek. Yes, you heard me, and I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it right about now, actually. So let's get into it right now. So Missy Elliott is lending her iconic voice to Cartoon Network's Craig of the Creek. According to Deadline, the hip hop veteran will guest star as Carla Frazier, the 1989 Double Dutch champion and rival to main character Craig's mother Nicole. In the episode titled "The Jump Off," Craig challenges a group of Creek kids to a double Dutch jump rope competition, even though he has no idea how to play the rhythmic game. Although the super duper fly pioneer is bringing a fictional character to life, the Craig of the Creek series paid homage to Missy during its season 3 Halloween special. In the animated series Trick or Creek episode, the Williams family dressed up for the fall holiday with Nicole in costume as Missy Elliott from the Rain Super Duper Fly music video. End quote. I am so humbly grateful, Missy Elliott tweeted in response to the viral clip teasing the episode, where the character repeats trick or treat on in the style of the chorus of Missy Elliott's Get Your Freak On. Hmm. In January, Craig of the Creek was renewed for a fifth season as a preschool spin-off series, Jessica's Big Little World, and an original animated movie, Craig of the Creek the Movie. The film, as well as season 5, are expected to premiere in 2023. Since its debut, Craig of the Creek has been an instant audience favorite, capturing the joy of being a kid along with the humor and heart of family life, said Amy Friedman, head of kids and family programming, Warner Brothers. Craig of the Creek, the movie, and Jessica's Big Little World are executive produced and co-created by Emmy-nominated Steven Universe writers Matt Burnett and Ben Levin. Not to be confused with Harvey Levin, folks. I know what you're thinking. It's not that, man. Oh man. Jessica's Big Little World is executive produced and co-created by former Craig of the Creek supervising director Tiffany Ford. Wow, let's also make some noise for that one right here, man. Let's give it to Missy Elliot for being a guest on that cartoon on Cartoon Network, man. that's that's some good news to hear, man. Let's see. In other good news, man, we need to talk about DJ Khaled's album. That's number one. That's number one right here, man. We need to talk about that right there, man. Hold on. We need to talk about that right there. Let's see. Where is that shit though? Um, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I just saw it. Give me one. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right. So let's see. According to the Billboard website, God is back on top of the Billboard 200 thanks to DJ Khaled's God Did album. It's the seventh set that includes the name of the the deity in its title to reach number one on Billboard's flagship albums chart. The first was Mormon um Tabernacle choirs the Lord's Prayer, which hit number one in 1960, which could point out that gives God a 62-year span of number one albums. But frankly, 62 years is nothing for the Almighty. By contrast, the devil is name checked in the titles of just two number one albums. D12's Devil's Night, um, another good example here, 2001, and Bruce Springsteen's Devils and Dust 2005. There was also nearly an eighth number one album with the name of the deity in its title, Kanye West's 2013 album, originally titled, set to be titled Thank God for Drugs, before ultimately being released as Yeezus. Um, it's a different story with their respective domains. Hell is far more popular in titles of number one albums, with mentions in the titles of four top. Hold on a minute here. Hold on a minute here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yes, four top charting albums. Yeah, it's different. It's a different story with their respective domains. Hell is far more popular in titles of number one albums, with mentions in the titles of four top charting albums compared to just one that mentions Heaven. The number one albums with Hell in their titles are Meatloaf's Back Out of Hell to Back into Hell, 1993. Eagles Hell Freezes Over, 1994. DMX, the late great DMX is It's Dark and Hell It's Hot, 1998, and Bad Meets Evil, Evil's Hell, the sequel, 2011. The only number one album with the word heaven heaven in his title is Johnny Made This Heavenly, a 1959 collection of ballads, including this one that most definitely lives up to the the boast in the title. Two number one albums do have the word paradise in their titles. However, Styx's Paradise Theater, 1981, and Big Sean's Dark Sky Paradise, 2015. Several number one albums have biblical words or references in their titles, including Eagles' Long Road Out of Eden, 2007, Adam Lambert's Trespassing, 2012, and J. Cole's Born Sinner, 2013. Here are all the number one albums on the Billboard 200 that includes some versions of deities' names in their titles. Of course, let's see. Yeah, the list is in chronological order. So so let's see. And the Lord's Prayer Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Yeah. I'm not gonna really well let's get into the whole list actually. So the key songs, the battle hymn of the Republic, the Lord's Prayer for unto us a child is born from Handel's The Messiah. Notes the famed choir collaborated with the Philadelphia Orchestra conducted by Eugene Ormandy on this surprise bestseller, which was its only number one album, Battle Hymn of the Republic, which reached number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100. It won a Grammy for Best Performance by a Vocal Group or Chorus, but the award went only to the choir director, Richard Condi. Tough break for the choir. Yeah, hold on. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into all these lists and stuff. So I'm gonna actually let y'all look at the list on billboard.com so you can look at it for yourself. And of course, congratulations to DJ Khaled for his album God Did reaching number one in the Billboard charts right here. So here it is. All right, we got some more DJ Khaled stuff to talk about here too. Let's see. Hang on a second. All right, so in other DJ Khaled with the music news right here. Yeah, we're gonna get into it right now. Just all right. Let me get a little water real quick before I move on. Stay with me. All right. All right, hold on. I don't know what's going on here. It's still loading here. Um, yeah, it's still loading. Still loading. Still loading here. I don't know what's going on here, but um, still loading. Hold on. I don't know what's going on here, folks. Just give me a second. I don't know what's going on here. Um. Anyway, while this is loading, let me go to Lloyd Banks while this is loading. Hold on. And what is going on here, man? I don't know what's going on here, but anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. Don't know what's going on here, folks. Let me see if I can actually let's see. Let me see what's going on here. What's going on here? All right, let me just use this other browser. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. All right. Okay. Wait a minute here. DJ Khaled and Drake. Sorry. Okay, DJ Khaled and Drake. Here it is. All right, here we go. So Drake and DJ Khaled tend to make magic whenever they lock in time at the studio, and it looks like they are looking to repeat that in 2022. In an interview clip posted to his Instagram on Sunday, January 16th, Khaled promised he and Drake have another one on the way. And according to the We the Best boss, the upcoming collaboration is special. Me and Drake, first of all, we brothers. That's family, he said. And 2022, if you are asking, does Khaled and Drake have something? Of course, we're always going to have something. You know, we're family, but it gotta come out a certain way. I gotta bring it out to the world in a certain way because our records are special. I'm not going to tell you when, but I'm going to tell you when it comes. It's coming. You can hear it. Drake added more fuel to the fire when he posted a photo of him in the studio on his Instagram story on Sunday. The Six God has been traveling all over the country celebrating the success of his blockbuster 2021 album, Certified Lover Boy, and his fans were relieved to see him back in the office so soon. DJ Khaled got fans even more excited with another Instagram post of him getting on FaceTime with Drake. The Toronto megastar hasn't said anything about the potential collaboration and probably won't. So people will have to rely on Khaled and his lively manner to give any updates. Drake and DJ Khaled have a long and fruitful relationship, joining forces on hits such as I'm on One, No New Friends, and For Free. Most recently, they connected on 2020's Pop Star and Grease, which is one of my favorite songs, by the way, with the former debuting at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and going double platinum thanks in part to the Justin Bieber assisted music video. In an interview with Billboard later that year, DJ Khaled delved into his chemistry with Drizzy. That's my brother for real, he said. He's my friend for real. He loves me and I love him too. Also, as people that are two music execs, two guys that make music, two guys that put out albums, two guys that are bosses and CEOs, we relate to each other in a great way, meaning it's big. If I come to Drake like, let's do something in his head, he's already saying that Khaled isn't doing just anything. That's how I look at Drake too, because everything he do is big. So if anything, I'm complimenting him because I don't want to waste nobody's time, and we're brothers, so we gotta do it big. Yeah, yeah. You want to remain spontaneous about certain stuff, though, man. In terms of what you're trying to do, as far as a project or anything like that, because you don't want to just spill the beans right away, man. Yeah, you don't want to do that right away, man. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to spoil the surprise because if you told somebody this, it wouldn't be a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So so Lloyd Banks names his favorite top 5 punchline rappers 2022. We're gonna get into it right now. So all right, so he names his top 5 punchline rappers of all time. Lloyd Banks is famed for his lyrical ability, but now the self-proclaimed punchline king has revealed who he believes are the best punchline rappers ever. During a recent appearance on ESPN's Jalen and Jacoby podcast, Banks was credited by former NBA player Jalen Rose for his historic punchlines, bars, and hooks since he came onto the scene at a young age, before asking him to reveal his favorite punchline rappers of all time. The New York rapper didn't take long to pick Big L, Lord Finesse, Jadakiss, and Fabolous in his top five, while also rounding off the list with himself. Lloyd Banks is no stranger to giving respect to his peers and rappers who came before him. During a recent interview with Billboard, he shouted out Snoop Dogg, Nas, Biggie, Slick Rick, and Rakim for influencing him. And he said, in quote, "It means a lot to me when I'm ranking other artists," he said. Mind you, Snoop Dogg, Nas, and Biggie Smalls, those are the artists who had the biggest influence on me. Biggie is my favorite artist of all time. His flows were like breaking the rules. Just the way he lined his shit up to me was crazy. And the storytelling aspects too. Nas, it was technique for me. He had no empty shots. I learned a lot from that first project. Snoop was someone I related to because he was skinny, calm, cool, laid back, and that was me. In my mind, coming into the game, he let me know it was cool to be cool. That's just who I am. You taking a kid from the neighborhood and you putting them into these positions when I'm not naturally vocal like that. He continued in quote, "Slick Rick too is like that for me. I used to come home and watch that children's story. That was the illest shit to me. Rakim, it it was a balance, and that's what I hope to do for people watching. You ain't gotta do all the extra shit," which I actually agree. I actually agree with this. This is facts right here, man. Yeah, this is facts right here, man. Don't get me wrong, I love the animated shit, but they animate it in real life. You either fuck with it or you don't. Lloyd Banks released his new album, The Course of the Inevitable 2, in July, which features from Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher, Jadakiss, Tony Yayo, Vado, and Dave East. Okay, let's see. Um, Let me see here. Um, what else? What else can we talk about here, though? Oh yeah, DJ Khaled and Timbaland. Oh wow, I forgot about that too, man. Yes, DJ Khaled and Timberland news. Wow. Um, did I? Yes. There it is. I did actually. I was just on there. I was just on there. Hold on. So DJ Khaled and Timberland can't believe that Drake was able to do on the We the Best Boss upcoming God This single Staying Alive. Earlier this week, Timberland paid Khaled a visit at his Miami, Florida home to get an early listen of his new album, and it seems they were both floored by Drizzy's contributions to Staying Alive, which also features Lil Baby, according to the rap veterans. Fans are in for quite a treat. When Drake wrote that hook, there's a reason why certain people are called genius. This is when you understand that world. It's called genius level, Khaled said, to which Timberland replied, "The hook of the century." Khaled added, "Thank you. The whole world is going to sing it, no matter what. Let's keep it real. I don't give a fuck what's playing. You can be in this mode. You can be in that mode." And then
when this come on, everybody's in sync. It's like, hey, everybody, come together. DJ Khaled continued to hype the song by predicting all hustlers and all the beautiful queens will fall in love with it, while Timbo compared Drake to the Greek god Zeus. Don't know why. um, so Drake's hit making ability is undeniable. Um, over the decade plus long run he's been on since breaking out in 2009 was so far gone. He's also no stranger to churning out his hits with DJ Khaled as they've collaborated on hits such as I'm I'm one one, no new friends, I'm on one, no new friends for free, and pop star, and of course Grease. Staying Alive and its accompanying music video is set to arrive on Friday, August 5th. It serves as the first single from Khaled's 13th studio album God Did, which already dropped August 26th. In addition to Drake and Lil Baby, God Did also boost an appearance from Jay-Z. Khaled confirmed earlier this week. Hove's longtime engineer, Young Guru, fueled excitement for the collaboration by making a bold statement on Twitter, and quote, Hove is the greatest of all time. This can't be debated anymore. Yeah, that's true though, man. That's pretty true though, man. I actually agree with that right there. I actually agree with that shit though. So let's see. What else can we talk about here in this episode right here? Let's see. Um, in this episode, yes, we could talk about what else? Um, let me see. Let me see. Of course, Fabolous. Yes, Fabolous once confronted Suge Knight over comments he made about him on Hot 97, according to Spider Lock. The former Death Row affiliate spoke about the encounter during a recent interview with Cam Capone News, where he claimed the Brooklyn rapper stepped to Suge outside a music venue in Los Angeles after he shaded him on the New York radio station. Um, End quote. I recall when Suge first got out. He was in New York. I wasn't with him, but he went on Hot 97 and said the new role we're looking for these type of artists, street niggas, cool thug niggas, not no fabulous type niggas. He made a statement to that effect. He said. Shortly after, we was outside the House of Blues trying to get into a Def Jam party, and they had strict orders not to let Suge in. Suge was trying to push this line to get in, but they had the sheriff standing right there, kind of deep, like, "All right, try if you want to." He added, in quote, throughout that process, Fabulous pulled up in a little two-seater Benz and called Suge over. Suge went to lean in the window. I'm mobbed up with him. And then Fabulous got at him like, man, what's up with that shit you were saying on the radio? Suge, a former football player and bodyguard who was feared throughout the music industry, didn't react in the way that Spider Lock expected, though. Based on what Suge said and who I thought Suge was, I was surprised to hear him say, "Oh, you know you ain't like that. We ain't talking about niggas like you." He continued. Fabulous, to my surprise, he approached Suge about the shit you said me about me on the radio in New York. Here I am in LA, and yeah, it's on my mind. What's happening? He ain't go super barky on Suge, but he got at him like a man. He brought it up, and Suge turned it into a laughy, jokey play. I didn't mean it like that situation. I was kind of shocked and impressed to see that Fabulous stood on that position at that type of time with Suge. Fabulous caught wind of Spider Lock's story and confirmed that he did indeed have a conversation with Suge Knight, but denied it was a confrontation. No cap, I ain't confront him crying face emoji. He commented on the Hip Hop Wolf's Instagram post. We did speak about it though, but in a man to man convo. And FYI, he was at House of Blues in LA with 50 niggas. It was no confronting Suge in that era time, crying face emojis. um, Loso isn't the only rapper who raised issues with the notorious Death Row co-founder. Eminem was ready to fight Suge on the set of 50 Cent's in the club video shoot, according to former G Unit rapper Bang M. Smurf. Suge blowing on a cigar and shit, took 3 pulls, blew that shit in the air, dropped the cigar on the floor, and then stepped on it. He said during an Instagram live last month. After that, then little Mexican niggas were scared. They see all these New York goons like what's popping. Oh my gosh, man. That's foul, man, what Suge said. That's foul, man. Eminem came back with the vest. Eminem was outside with them. Dre wasn't outside. 50 wasn't outside, but Eminem was outside. I guess they had to protect they breadwinner. Eminem put on his vest and ran back outside with us. Shout out to Eminem. Hold on. All right, so all right. Up next is Hieroglyphics. Up next is Hieroglyphics. All right, so um so according to localnewsmatters.org, Soul Rap A plus on Hieroglyphics 1998 track You Never Know. To be from the Bay Area, aka the Yay area, is to know that no one will hand you anything. What you desire, you must yourself make real. In the dawn of the 90s hip hop age, that's what a group of Skyline High School kids did. And the Hieroglyphics Collective was born, comprised of the Souls of Mischief, Foursome, A plus, OPO, Festo, and Tajay, and the rappers Casual, Del, the Funky Homo sapien. Oh man. Oh my gosh, man. Oh shit. Oh man, hold on. And Pep Love, producer Domino, and DJs J Biz and Torre. Hieroglyphics would go on to found its own record label, play shows around the world, brand themselves with one of the music's most enduring logos, and most recently herald their own Oakland-based holiday and festival around September 3rd, known as Hero Day. We had no idea it was going to be huge like it is, says Souls of Mistress Tajay Massey. Hero Day is an alternative to corporate events. Our creation is not about who's got the juice. It's about what good music is out there and how we can elevate that to the level of Cool G and Keisha Cole. It's as grown as and sexy as it can possibly be. This year, Hero Day looks quite a bit different from its conception a decade ago. as a free block party of local independent musical artists in a time where simply taking up space on in East Bay Street was precarious. Now, in its 10th edition, Hero Day is a weekend with multiple days of DJ sets, rap cameos, comedy shows, literary events, and food. This all culminates in an eponymous performance on Monday, couched in a lineup of stars with local roots, including Keisha Cole, Coogee Rap, and the Mechanics. With the main event of Labor Day situated just off Jack London Square, expected to swell with tens of thousands of attendees. Fans can find something to do from Friday to Monday, which already happened. There's a Friday kickoff party. This is a little recap, folks. Party at the Moxie, then an inaugural fashion show at High Wave Studios, formerly Zoo Labs, on Saturday in collaboration with Hip Hop TV, and a Sunday stand-up show for underground comedians at the Athletic Club. So, end quote, at the core of Hero Day is community. If you are looking for something made of Oakland, this is that. Event director Candy Albert says, it's been so cool to see Hero Day grow from being a festival to being a weekend event. We're only getting bigger. But more than the headliners, Hero Day is a space for the people making and consuming music for the Bay. Most of the dozens of artists playing across 4 days are pedestrians themselves, like Stunnerman, 02, Crypto's group, Justin's Case, and the Clicks Sugar T, with a few East Coast outliers, whose mellifluous works resonate beyond social media and streaming platforms. Albert is particularly juiced about AG Club and Zaya Williams, both homegrown acts. And in staying loyal to the soil, there will be a tribute to East Oakland rapper and community activist Zombie of Zion 1, who passed away last August. Whatever your taste, whatever your schedule, you are going to find a piece of yourself here. You may know someone in the lineup or heard them bump on BART or through car windows. We increasingly, Todd J says, at a crossroads. Do we let the Bay succumb to corporate interests, or do we turn a party into a movement? We're going to go dumb either way. And yeah, I'm not even gonna really get into all this. So this happened recently, so I'm not even gonna get into the prices and stuff, because I had to shuffle some of the episodes because of some unexpected stuff that happened. But I'm not gonna get into that. But anyway, man, let's see what else can we talk about here. Oh, before we even go to hold on a second. Before we even go to the bloodthirsty trailer for 50 Cent's new movie Skill House, we need to congratulate. Hold on a second. Um, we need to oh, hang on a minute here. Hold on a second. Let me get this right. Actually, let's go to the Curse of the Bridge Hollow. Yeah, let's go to that one right there. Hold on a second. Um, Now, before I even get into that one right there, man, let's get into um Broadway. Let's get into Broadway. All right, so a beloved Broadway tradition is returning to New York City this fall. The mayor's Office of Media and Entertainment announced that the popular event series Broadway in the Boroughs will be returning for its fifth run on September 16th, back after a 2 year hiatus due to COVID 19. Broadway in the Boroughs brings live performances by cast members and musicians of current Broadway musicals of to neighborhoods in the other boroughs. Each show, which takes place every Friday from September 16th through October 14th, will be hosted by Broadway and Sirius XM radio personality Julie James, and it's free to the public. Shows are also family friendly and feature wheelchair and American Sign Language accommodations. After 2 long ass years, I am thrilled to see our city continue its reopening with the return of Broadway in the boroughs, said New York City Mayor Eric Adams. This remarkable series works to ensure that everyone in our city, regardless of their zip code, gets the chance to experience the magic of Broadway right in their backyard. Broadway is a lifeblood of our city, and this series is an incredible way for all New Yorkers to come out and relish in the magic that makes New York City's heartbeat. End quote. We are thrilled to announce the return of Broadway in the boroughs, which will bring the amazing talent and spectacle of Broadway to communities across NYC this fall, said Commissioner of the Mayor's Office of Media and Entertainment, Annie Del Castillo. After a 2 year hiatus in the wake of the Slamdemic, this signature series offers a wonderful opportunity for New Yorkers to come together and celebrate these incredible shows that draw people from all over the world to our beloved city. The Broadway in the boroughs lineup kicks off in Brooklyn on September 16th at the Plaza at 300 Ashland with performances from Beetlejuice Chicago, Book of Mormon, and Little Shop of Horrors. The program then heads in Queens on September 23rd at Kaufman Astoria Studios backlot located at 35th Avenue and 36th Street with another performance of Beetlejuice and performances from Wicked and Six. On October 7th, Broadway in the Boroughs heads to Fordham Plaza, One Fordham Plaza in the Bronx with performances from Wicked, Moulin Rouge, which was already made into a movie already, the musical, and Kinky Boots. Programming will conclude on October 14th at Staten Island's Open Street program. um, Menthorn Street between Victory Boulevard and Bay Street with performances from Chicago, Moulin Rouge, the musical, and Kinky Boots. Kinky Boots is thrilled to be a part of the Broadway and the Borough series to celebrate the theater community's resilience with our fellow New Yorkers who have supported this show wholeheartedly since we first opened and won the Tony Award for Best Musical in 2013, and continue to lift us up on our return to New York this year, said Kinky Boots producers Daryl Ruff and Hal Lufting. There's no better audience in the world than in New York City. Little Shop of Horrors has been eating up the love, laughter, and shrieks of New Yorkers since the 80s, and we can't wait to come to Brooklyn to belt our roots off alongside Broadway's finest on September 16th, said Little Shop of Horrors producer Rob um, Ahrens. We're so grateful to Mom and Broadway in the Boros. We promise not to feed them to Audrey II. Six is delighted to perform for our neighbors who make New York City such a vibrant place to live, and to say thank you to all who support the healthy return of live theater, said Six producer Kevin McCollum. All Broadway in the Boroughs events will take place from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., rain or shine. Plus, there will be opportunities to win Broadway tickets and T-shirt giveaways. For more information, you can visit the website, which is nyc.gov/bway in boroughs. That's nyc.gov/bway in boroughs. All right, there you go, right there. Let's see what else. What else can we talk about here? Brighton Jubilee. Yes, Brighton Jubilee. Hold on. Yes, Brighton Jubilee celebrates its 45th anniversary. Let's see. So Brighton Jubilee celebrated its 45th anniversary in Brighton Beach Sunday. The beloved street fair was first created by the Brighton Neighborhood Association in 1977. When we started off, the neighborhood was deteriorating, and people were writing us off, and we said we're going to fight back, described association member Pat Singer. Since that first Jubilee, people have grown to cherish the event. Among the nearly 300 vendors present on Brighton Beach Avenue was Donna of Donna's Sausages. My father started coming in 1979, and me and my brothers took over the business, and we're still coming back, she said. Assembly member Stephen Simbrowitz also attended the festivities. He presented Singer and the Brighton Neighborhood Association with a proclamation. Yeah, proclamation that reads, for 45 years, for the 45 years of dedication and hard work that they have done for the community. Yes, 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 yes. So that's a big congratulations right there, man. Right there, man. So yeah, let's. So yeah. All right. Let's see. What else can we talk about? Up next. Up next. There's two stories that we need to talk about. Two stories that we need to talk about here, man. And actually, there's two movies that we need to talk about here, man. And for starters, this has to do with the new 50 Cent movie, Skill House. So let's get into it right now in a segment that I like to call the movie Man Cave Popcorn. All right. Now, normally I do the box office numbers and stuff like that, but this time it's pertaining to movie related stories. So we're gonna get into it right now. Yes, 50 Cent is actually doing his thing. He's not only doing his thing with the power spin-offs and shit like that, but you know, I gotta hand it to him, man. When he did the Get Rich or Die Trying movie, I didn't think he was gonna be a good actor, man, until he really played the shit off though. But this time he's in the horror flick, which is like a social media thing called Skill House. So let's get into it right about now. Um, yeah, let's get into it right now. Actually, yeah. So, um, all right. So, okay, here we go. 50 Cent has shared the first teaser trailer for his new horror film Skill House. You can check it out below. It is set to be released sometime in 2023. The dark satire, directed by Josh Stolberg, examines social media and influencer culture and what those new to the spear are willing to do to attain fame. The assembled cast includes TikToker Bryce Hall and UFC veteran Paige Van Zant, among others. Skill House is currently in production at TikTok's collab house, known as Sway House, in Los Angeles, California. In the first trailer, a group of influencers wake up in a glamorous mansion, but they soon discover they are actually trapped in a twisted popularity contest. Each competitor has to do whatever it takes to get as many views as possible, and whoever ends each round with the lowest number dies. Oh my gosh, man. Wow. It was revealed last month that one of the camera operators on Skill House passed out while filming an extra gory scene, and according to the director, the man was out cold for 30 minutes. Yikes! We shot a kill scene last night, and the camera operator became so nauseated that he passed out, and the camera crashed to the ground. Had to stop for a half an hour. He's okay now, but get ready for some scary shit, Stolberg wrote on his Instagram story. 50 Cent was not present during the shoot, but reposted the footage of the man falling out. The 47-year-old blamed Stolberg and special effects curator Steve Johnson for the incident while also bragging about the film. The camera fell to the ground while filming. This shit is gonna be crazy for real. 50 wrote on Instagram. This guy Steve Johnson and Stolberg are responsible for this shit. They did the last two Saw movies. They are gonna fuck around and kill the crew. Shaking my head. 50 also revealed that his 9-year-old son will also star in Skill House. The G Unit boss took to his Instagram earlier this month with a series of posts showing his son Sire Jackson chatting with the film's director Josh Stolberg. According to the rapper's captions, the child he shares with model Daphne Joy will be suiting up to star in the film in an unspecified role. And judging from the photos, Stolberg seems to have the youngsters working hard. In one of the photos, 50's son is paying close attention to whatever Stolberg is telling him about the film, which made his superstar father very happy. However, another post showed the child taking a nap face down on the couch in between shoots. Okay, okay. We also have another one that we need to talk about here is the curse of Bridge Hollow. Um, it is officially it happened a month. This is from a month ago, so just a little recap here. Um, it is officially August, and that means it's basically Halloween season already, right? Netflix appears to think so, as they've just released the first look at the Curse of Bridge Hollow, a new spooky family comedy starring Stranger Things actress uh, Pryor Ferguson and Marlon Wayans. The pair would play a father and daughter who must work together to save their town after a curse makes all of the Halloween decorations come to life. Ooh, yes. Jeff Wadlow, who has previously worked on Nickelodeon's Are You Afraid of the Dark reboot, Kick Ass 2, and Blumhouse film Truth or Dare, will direct a screenplay written by Todd Berger and Robert Rugen from a story by John R. Morey and Berger. Wayans also serves as a producer alongside Rick Alvarez and Nathan um, Ryman. Of course, you can find out exactly when the film premieres, what it's about, and who else stars in the feature below. And of course, um, fittingly, this Halloween themed movie will be coming in October, a couple of weeks before the holiday. The film will start streaming on Friday, October 14th on Netflix, releasing at midnight Pacific time or 3 a.m. Eastern time. The Curse of Bridge Hollow cast. Um, the cast of The Curse of Bridge Hollow is led by Marlon Wayans and Stranger Things star Pryor Ferguson, who plays a father-daughter duo in the film. So here's the list of people that's in the movie. So obviously Marlon Wayans as Howard, Pryor Ferguson as Sydney, Kelly Rowland as Emily, Rob Riggle, John Michael Higgins, Nia Vardalos, Lauren Lapkus as Mayor Tammy, Holly J. Barrett as Jamie, Miles Vincent Perez as Mario, Abby Monterey as Ramona, and Helen Slayton Hughes. Um, The Curse of Bridge Hollow synopsis includes: what would you do if all of the Halloween decorations in your house and town came to life? That's what the father and daughter at the center of this upcoming movie must contend with when a mischievous spirits begins wreaking havoc. Of course, after father Marlon Wayans, of course, and teenage daughter Pryor Ferguson are forced to team up and save their town after an ancient and mischievous spirit causes Halloween decorations to come to life and wreak havoc. Is there a trailer for this? Yes. Is there a trailer for The Curse of Bridge Hollow? Not really. So I'm gonna do an update on that right there. And as far as like yeah, I'm gonna do an update on that actually. So in a future episode. So is there a trailer for the so is there a trailer for The Curse of Bridge Hollow? So no, Netflix has not released the official trailer for even a teaser for the movie yet. We we probably won't get one until the end of September or the very beginning of October. So there you have it right there, man. I and add The Curse of Bridge Hollow to your Netflix reminders to ensure the movie will be added to your watch list as soon as it releases. So mark your calendars for the date of October. Hold on a second. Let me get it. Friday, October 14th. Mark your calendars for that date so you can watch it on Netflix and stuff. So there you have it right there. And yeah. And what else can we talk about here before I even get up out of here? Um oh yeah. Yeah, before I even wrap up, man, let's talk about the House of Dragon. Let's talk about the House of Dragon. Let's talk about the House of Dragon real quick. Oh boy. So, um, give me a second here. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on, folks. Give me a sec. Sorry about that, folks. I had to get my phone charger so my phone doesn't go dead. All right, so House of the Dragon, which recently just came out recently. Um, According to Deadline, having last month become HBO's biggest European launch, Game of Thrones prequel House of the Dragon is also smashing UK records, becoming Sky's biggest US drama launch and biggest Sky Atlantic series premiere in its 11-year history. The first episode of the prequel has been watched by just more than 4 million people, according to Sky, beating the 2011 launch of the first Game of Thrones. According to UK ratings, Agency Barb, this figure places House of the Dragon on a par with the likes of Netflix's Stranger Things and Disney Plus's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Momentum around House of the Dragon just continues to build as more and more people spread the word about its ever current narrative of political power play married with visuals of epic scale and imagination, says Sky MD of Content Zay Bennett. And thanks to Sky making the first episode freely available to watch via YouTube, more people than ever before will be able to sample the world-class world of Westeros. House of the Dragon, which has already been renewed for season 2, became the most watched HBO Max TV or film premiere in Europe in the network's history on August 24th. Its major competitor, Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, is also breaking records for Amazon Prime Video as the battle of the prequels goes global. The third episode of House of the Dragon dropped on Sky yesterday in the early hours. Yeah, I've been hearing about the Lord of the Rings TV series. It's tanking. It's actually tanking very badly, and I don't know why, but it's just crazy, man, for me to actually hear this shit though. Like it's just beyond. I just find it interesting. I find it very interesting though, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's very interesting to me. Um, I never really got into prequels, to be honest with you folks, and for those that's listening and stuff. It's just it's a little different from the sequel. For those of you who may not know what a prequel is, let's look this up right now, man. Let's look this up right now. What is a prequel? Okay, so a prequel is a story or movie containing events that precede those of an existing work. Of course, the film is a prequel to the classic TV series. Stop calling this shit a cult. I'm so sick and tired of seeing the word cult. So anyway, a prequel is a literary, dramatic, or cinematic work whose story precedes that of a previous work by focusing on events that occurred before the original narrative. A prequel is a work that forms part of a backstory to the preceding work. The term prequel is a 20th century neologic neologism from the prefix pre and sequel. Wow. Wow, who knew about this shit though, man? That's pretty fun and interesting though, man. And and of course before we wrap up, we got to talk about, of course, places to eat and drink. We got to talk about that too, man. I've been far behind on places to eat and drink, so I'm actually going to we're gonna get into it right now, man. I'm too far behind on that, but anyway, man, let's get into it. So All right, so eat and drink. Yeah, we're gonna get into it right now, though, man. So eat and drink for the people that, for the Californians out there, man. Places to eat and drink. I'm actually going to actually get to. So this was posted September 9th recently. So despite, hold on, let's see how much time I got here. All right, I'm about to cut this shit anyway, so I'm actually going to name the places where you can actually eat. So number one, Bastia. Number two, Republic. Number three, Hayato. Number four, Orsa and Winston. Number five, Damien. Number six, N/Naka. Number seven, Jit Lada. Number eight, Moriscos Jalisco. Number nine, Bayville. Number 10, Petite Choice. Number 11, The Lawn Soul Food Kitchen. Number 12, Love to Eat Thai Bistro. Number 13, Leo's Taco Truck. Number 14, Pearl River Deli. 15, John and Vinny's. 16, Shiku. Number 17, Mother Wolf. Oh man. Mother Wolf. Where in the hell did I don't even know who came up with that name, but that's very interesting and funny to me actually. So anyway, number 18, Parks BBQ. Number 19, Petite Peso. Number 20, Spago of Beverly Hills. Number 21, Pizzeria Moza. Number 22, Mini Kebab. 23, Bad Mash. 14, Lunacia. Number 25, Nozawa Bar. Number 26, Chengdu Taste. Number 27, Sushi Gin. Number 28, Providence. Number 29, Maud. Number 30, Broad Street Oyster Company. 31, Hatchet Hall. Number 32, Gula Getza. Number 33, Rafi's Place. Rafi's Place, rather. Number 34, Langer's Deli. Okay, now we go to hold on a minute. Let's go to, and for those of you who may not know, I'm using timeout.com to look up places to eat for people in California and the people that's living in New York as well. So I didn't forget y'all, man. Don't worry. I didn't forget y'all. So let's get to where you can actually okay, so of course, obviously in New York, eat and drink. Eat and drink if I have time to get to whatever. But so most recently, there was a sushi event in New York. One of the world's one of the world's largest seafood distributors, True World Foods, has announced the return of the True World Food Expo 2022, New York City's largest sushi event. The event, which was closed for the past 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic, will promote and celebrate sushi in January and Japanese culture to the estimated 2,000 New Yorkers expected to attend on September 18th. The event highlights the tuna cutting demonstration, which will show attendees how a 400 plus pound bluefin tuna is processed and cut for sushi. Following the demonstration, top rated sushi restaurants, including Blue Ribbon Sushi, Hatsuhana, ICCA, Sushi Ryushi, will prepare sushi using the Toro, Chutoro, and Akami cuts for visitors to taste and experience. Throughout the entire event, guests will have the opportunity to enjoy unlimited seafood and other Japanese culinary experiences to sample, including delicacies like like matcha, yuzu, wasabi, sake ice cream, and more. The expo will see about 50 food-related companies internationally, all of which specialize in high-quality seafood, as well as several popular Japanese foods like yatai or popular street foods often enjoyed in the country. Additionally, 17 Japanese stories will be at the expo, all to celebrate the culture as well as give guests the opportunity to experience and try flavors, um, both new and familiar. All right. And the tickets, I didn't forget the tickets part. So the tickets is about it's gonna cost you out of your pocket, and you're not gonna believe what the amount is. Oh shit. You're not gonna believe what the amount is. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're not gonna believe what the amount is though, man. It's gonna cost you $100 and available for purchase in the link where it says here. So go ahead and mark your calendars for this event on September 18th. That's right, September 18th. September 18th is the day to attend this event. So to go check it out for yourselves in the True World Foods Expo 2022. All right. So there you have it right there. There you have it right there, man, folks. And of course, that's gonna do it for episode 182, titled Beach Fun. And you are more than welcome to give a charitable donation to my Cash App, which is G Money X 555. That's $ capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ 555. Once again, you don't need a lot of money to break the bank to show more support to me and this show and the other shows that I do. So there you have it right there, folks. And of course, lastly, I like to actually make sure that everything is situated. Make sure it's situated with the last segment of the night is stream choices on the go. Let's get into hold on. Let's get into it right about now. You like what you heard in today's episode or any previous episodes whatsoever, and you'd like to actually know more about this New York podcast platform right here, you can go ahead and show your love by following Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, alongside with my sports with my sports podcast show, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks Podcast. And yes, the username is still the same, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast. But actually, I added a word to it, so don't worry about the confusion. So there you have it right there. And Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, the review show. And I just recorded episode 83. It will be uploaded after I get off the air, so don't worry. And you can also follow me on the gram on my primary handle, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Turn on your notifications on the gram for me so you can know when each episode is going to be dropping. Like I said earlier, you're gonna see me dropping episodes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on every audio streaming platform that you can think of. And of course, speaking of audio streaming platforms, if you have any questions for me and you want to actually chime in some ideas or whatever, some topics or whatever, and you want to actually be in the loop of things when each episode is going to drop, of course, you can leave a voice message, questions for me, your thoughts and talks on each topic that's being discussed, and of course, yeah. Let me know in the comments, and of course, all the other good stuff right there. So, speaking of Anchor, that's where we're going to start right here. So, Anchor, Audacity, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podo Polo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, and you are more than welcome to actually leave a 5-star rating review on Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify. That'll be appreciated. Show me your feedback on the topics and on the other stuff. And of course, you can listen to Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast episodes on Radio Public alongside with iHeartRadio, the #1 app for music, radio, and podcasts, alongside with my other two shows that's also on iHeartRadio. Make sure you follow that as well, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks Podcast, the Sports Edition show, and of course, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast review show that's also on there as well. So make sure you follow those two, and along with this New York podcast platform right here. And last but not least, the YouTube. Make sure you grab that subscribe button for me and click on the noti bell so you can be reminded when the show goes on the air via live stream, including the times of the recording and when each episode is going to be uploaded and posted to the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555. And of course, leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics, plus more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes, and of course, tell a friend to another friend, share the episodes, share the videos, and of course, be sure to actually listen, stream, and watch the episodes in case you missed any of these episodes, man. Don't worry, everything's all there. And of course, you can share the podcast along with the link that says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555 on there, with all the audio streaming platforms on there. And with your husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, the people you cool with from work, and of course, whatever career field that you're doing. Make sure you follow your goals and dreams. Don't let anybody stop you from doing what makes you happy mentally, physically, and spiritually. And of course, like I always say at the end of the show, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. New York was not built in a day. Trust the process. You can't rush the process. And for the most part, most importantly, be sure to find your voice and be confident in your voice, and of course in the craft that you're trying to do, whether it's radio personality, whether it's podcasting and other stuff. And by the way, I am going to do an episode in regards to International Podcast Day, which is going to be on September 30th, by the way, folks. So I'm not going to forget anybody on there. So I'm gonna do an episode on that one right there. So just stick around, man. You know what I'm saying? Also, for the most part, also find something that makes you smile and that gets you into your zone, that clicks to you. You know what I'm saying? And of course, get in the zone, man. Creatively speaking. That's going to do it for me, man. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in and hanging out with me on episode 182, titled Beach Fun, which is dedicated to National Beach Day. And of course, I will see y'all next time, man. Same time, same man cave bat channel. And of course, be careful, be safe out there if you're going to any events whatsoever, man. And of course, you can take your friends with you and stuff like that, because you never know what might pop off or whatever, or some shit like that. And of course, I will be back with more new topics in the next episode. Stay tuned for that. And I'm out of here, man. I'm off this shit. G Money Stacks is signing off. Peace and one love. And have yourselves a good night, folks.